Okay, so you're selling a house and you have a question, it's haunting you. When the buyer does their home inspection, is that gonna freak them out? Are they gonna terminate the deal? Maybe. It kind of depends on the state of the market, honestly, a little more than anything else. Because if there's a ton of inventory in your market and you're selling an older home, you do need to be aware that a buyer will likely get freaked out on the home inspection. Real estate agents have a love-hate relationship with home inspectors. We love that they're thorough. We love that they give their reports with all the pictures and all the explanations. But from our professional perspective, it often seems like they make things scarier than they actually are. Now, sometimes they really do find scary stuff, okay? So that's cool. That's good. But just keep in mind, if you're selling a house and it's older, the buyer's going to get a home inspection, and if they've never bought a house before especially, they're probably going to get freaked out. And they might terminate the deal based off of that home inspection because they see a lot of other houses on the market. They don't realize yet that all those houses are going to have home inspections that are very similar to the one they just had with your property. So unless they can afford to buy a brand new house in the same price point and they won't get the same square footage, they might be on that journey and they might have to learn the hard way, and your house might be part of that learning process. So in situations where there's high inventory, the home inspection might scare the buyer away. There's several things you could do. I don't know that I necessarily recommend them. You could get a pre-home inspection, okay? If you do that, now you have knowledge about all these things that you need to disclose, okay? So sometimes it's better to not go after this, because you might do a pre-home inspection and you might decide, I'm gonna fix all this stuff, and you invest all this money, and then the buyer does their own home inspection, they find more stuff, because the home inspector has to prove their value, right? So you just invested all this money trying to cure the issues of the home inspection that you paid for, and then the buyer still found other issues. Sometimes it's better just to let the buyer do their inspection, tell you what their concerns are, try to negotiate it. So be prepared for that. Either reduce the price a little bit, agree to some repairs, find some middle ground, be willing to compromise, especially in a market where there's high inventory. Now, if you're in a market where there's really low inventory, it's kind of a take it or leave it situation for the buyer, and you'll probably get another buyer right after they terminate. But if there's high inventory, you have to be ready to negotiate after the home inspection. So be advised. Hey, do you have any questions or comments about what you heard just there? Hey, send us a direct message, because it's always better to talk to a real estate expert before doing real estate stuff.